Now the question is, how many moles of oxygen is required to react with hydrogen with 6 moles in the equation? So you get to know the elements which are given. You have hydrogen is given, hydrogen plus oxygen, and this is the equation: hydrogen plus oxygen to give you water. So you look at the relationship. Since you are looking for the moles of oxygen required, required. You now look at the mole relationship in this equation. You have 2 moles of hydrogen here reacting with 1 mole, since there's nothing written, it's 1 mole of oxygen gas to give you 2 moles of water. But the relationship that you're asking for is the relationship between hydrogen and what? Oxygen, because say how many moles of oxygen is required to react with hydrogen with 6 moles in the equation. So what you are going to do is that you do the mole relationship between hydrogen and oxygen and ignore that of water, because you are not being asked anything about water. You are asked about the relationship between hydrogen and oxygen alone. So what you do is that you say 2 moles of hydrogen is reacting with 1 mole of oxygen gas from the equation. Then from the question also you were given 6 moles. It says 6 moles of hydrogen gas will give you now how many moles of oxygen. They have the oxygen you don't know now. You're going to represent it by what? X mole. The next thing you're going to do is that you say what? Cross what? Multiply. When you say cross multiply, you bring this equation down. Say 2 mole times by this X, which is the unknown mole. Then 6 mole will times by 1 mole of oxygen gas. So that you have this relationship is 2 moles times X mole of the oxygen that was unknown equal to 6 mole times 1 mole. So 2 times X will give you 2X mole is equal to 6 times 1 will give you 6 mole. Now, you have to know the value of X. It's X that you're finding. You have to divide both sides by what? By this 2. So when you divide both sides by 2, you have 2X mole divided by 2 is equal to 6 mole divided by 2. 2X, 2 will cancel 2, and you are left with only X mole. So 6 divided by 2 will give you 3. So that means that X mole is equal to what? 3. Therefore, we have 3 mole of oxygen is required to react with 6 mole of hydrogen.